What's up, guys? Welcome back to the weekly Forex forecast by PIPCY.com. Last week was busy with some good news, some bad news, and ended with some, I would say, exciting news where the ceasefire is extended and the Hormuz Strait is opened as long as the ceasefire is, I would say, relevant. So it gave the boost the market was looking for. The market is very excited from what's to come, and we saw the reaction on Friday. But this coming week we have some very important news as well. Let's take a look. What do we have this week? It starts with Monday, where we have the CPI monthly and annual read in Australia, followed by the CPI quarterly in New Zealand. Then we have the claimant count change in Britain, followed by the retail sales and core retail sales in US. And I would pay attention to these numbers. It will be very interesting to see the purchasing power by the consumers in the US. CPI in Britain following on Wednesday. Then we have the manufacturing, the flash manufacturing and flash services PMI in Europe and Britain in Thursday, and Friday retail sales in Britain. So that's in terms of the calendar. What do we have technically speaking? Let's start with the euro dollar. So the euro is now retesting some key zone here. Why is that such an important area? First of all, the previously created highs are now retested, and we are retesting this mini range before the sellers took control in the recent bearish trend. This is retested, and look at this beautiful candle formed on Friday. Usually, this is a candle that hints a correction is due. And I believe that on the shorter term, the euro dollar has indeed all the reasons to push down back to this range, maybe even lower to the rising supportive line and to previously created lows from the 4-hour chart. So on a shorter term, these are very legit levels where I believe the euro should be visiting, and from there, with high probability, we might see the euro dollar flipping, switching direction and rising up again. What do you think about the euro? Let us know in the comments. Pound dollar is following the same path approximately, by reaching the zone here. Very, I would say, looks like the euro dollar, the previously created highs where the sellers took control in the previous trend, and also this mini range here before the previous sellers took the control. And right now you can see that the pair rejects this created peak. So I do think that, similar to the euro dollar, this zone is important, which should lead the pound dollar to lose some of its bullish momentum that was gained during the week. And the ideal case scenario is pretty much similar to the euro, is to retest the created range, where from, with high probability, the pound dollar is, at least for now, expected to take further bullish control. So I believe short-term correction just to provide further rallies opportunities. What do you think about the pound? Let us know in the comments. What does all that mean to the S&P 500? So we got the break of this corrective range right before I would say the surprising maybe announcement by Trump and Iran. But the bottom line, the S&P managed to recreate a bullish momentum by making sequences of higher highs, higher lows. Observation on the higher time frame doesn't show that this is over yet. However, this is a dynamic resistance line. This is a very possible scenario of higher highs on the chart, lower highs on the moving average of the MACD. So I would not be surprised if, despite the massive rally that the S&P follows, if we will start to see some slowdown here by making some fake highs and then creating short-term corrections at least. So from my point of view, this rally is expected to slow down during the week and start to create some short-term pushes by getting closer to the dynamic weekly resistance. And also we are above the 7,000. Let me just draw it for you nicer here. 7,000. This is a round number, a psychological number, huge number. So the further we get out of it, the stronger the pressure would be on the prices here to go and retest this area. So I do believe that the momentum is there. And if the good news would not suddenly change during the week, and we know how all these tweets happen during the week sometimes. So as long as that is not the case, and as long as the news are positive, the market is positive, the sentiment is positive, I believe the buyers are still here. But this is a key zone. We are close to the weekly dynamic resistance. There is a great chance we will see that creating some fake highs here and push back to retest the 7,000 zone or very close to that. What do you think about the S&P? Let us know in the comments. And the Bitcoin, where are we going from here? So again, I don't think the longer term pressure is over yet. However, we have several very important zones on the Bitcoin which we need to pay attention to. Broken support acts as the resistance, and this mini range also very significant area. So I believe that this zone, as if it managed to hold, should provide the next sell opportunities. I was expecting the Bitcoin to push, as long as it is holding this peak, I was expecting to push down. Clearly this peak did not hold, so the buyers are back in control with all the positive environment on the market. However, as I mentioned before, the current levels, very important. We have this broken support that acts as the resistance, and all this range here, you see this range? Take a look how why it's so critical, because the waves are developing in this format, which means this is where the sellers are in control. So the closer we get there, the stronger the pressure should be on Bitcoin to push down again. At the moment, the bullish momentum is there, undoubtedly, right? So theoretically, this could be also an opportunity on a shorter term with some retraces to look for the buys. But as we get to the supply zone we just saw, this is where I believe we should be focused on the sell opportunities. So these are the most interesting opportunities for the coming week, at least for the beginning of the week. Let us know what do you think about them in the comments. If you are new to this channel, make sure you follow us for more trading tips, insights, and trading education. Thanks for watching. Good trading. Bye for now.